Hello, everyone. I'm getting a lot of questions today about what's covered and what's not covered when it comes to trees. That big, huge storm that we had, wind and big trees and don't go well together. There was a lot of down power lines and, trees on houses and things like that. And this video is just going to clarify some of the things that are covered and not covered. So let's get started. Here's a good illustration of something that is covered. This tree is right next to my office, and the storm last night literally blew it right down onto this commercial building here right next to my office. And absolutely, something like this where the tree is leaning on your property, 100% this is covered to get it off. If for some reason that thing is just fallen down the middle and hit nothing, then actually it would just be up to the property owners here to remove it. So this is a good example of what's covered and what's, potentially what's not. And here's another example of something that would be definitely covered. This tree fell across this road. But let's assume that was your driveway or some egress to your house. If the tree is blocking that, then your insurance is going to definitely take care of all the cost to remove that debris. You notice it also fell on that fence up there. Now here's an interesting thing about fences. If that was your fence and that tree fell on it within your property, then that would be covered. If this fence right here happens to be your neighbor's fence, and even if that's your tree and it's not your fence, then your neighbor's insurance would actually have to pay for it. So just some clarification on how insurance and falling trees how this actually works. So there you have it. Just to kind of give you a quick summary, if a tree falls, blocks your property, blocks your access to your house, even if it doesn't hit your house, that's certainly potentially be covered. If it hits your house, no question, the cost of removing the tree is covered. If it falls and just lands in your yard somewhere, not covered. And if the tree is damaged or something, or a limb falls on your house and it's still healthy and alive, other than the fact that it's got that one limb off, that's not covered. The thing is still there, it's still standing. And the only exception to some of these things is if someone's got a house right up against or something against the property line and a big tree is right there and that thing is leaning or way over the property line or something along those lines, or is old and has branches falling off it. If you notify the owner, which say that's on the other property line, if your neighbor has that and you tell him, hey, this is a menace, and you put it in writing, and then that thing falls on you, you potentially could have a claim where his insurance would pay. But most of the time, if it falls on your house, doesn't matter where the tree came from, it's going to be covered by us, and vice versa with the other client. So I hope that gets some clarity and helps with some of this stuff. So stay safe, and it's hopefully we won't have any more storms anytime soon.